Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wa salatu wa salam ala rasulullah wa alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in wa amma ba'd. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This beautiful women of the Muslimah Speaks tribe. Welcome, welcome, welcome to day four. Welcome to day four. I'm very honored and deeply grateful to have you here on today's continuation of the conference, the Muslimah Speaks Conference 8th edition. The Muslimah Speaks is brought to you by Egret Media Limited. We've been doing this since 2016. That's how long we've been doing the Muslimah Speaks. Next year will make 10 years of a journey that has brought us so much fulfillment, a lot of pressure, and mashallah, and tested our commitment and fortitude. Alhamdulillah. This year we're proudly supported by Right Foods, the makers of Biggie drinks, what's the name? Biggie drink, Sosa drinks, Biggie water, and then they are also joined by our friends, my darling friends at Kimshida Enterprises. Kimshida Enterprises are the owners of the Journey to Tranquility brand community. We have Nature's Goodies who have kindly sent us mango purees. They have dehydrated fruits. They sent us what's this thing that I saw? Coffee. They sent us date coffee and all things nature. May Allah bless them. And Afghan properties, Google Low Ekpe, billionaire rater. MashaAllah. We're deeply honored and grateful. Right sausage, thank you, Smaya. Uh, we're deeply honored and grateful to have their support. We're also supported by 38 on vendors offline that we're expecting on Saturday. We also have over about 60 brands supporting us online with their online adverts. The adverts are posted on the Muslim Speaks group and also on our Instagram page. Please go support them. If you want to say thank you to all the awesomeness you've been enjoying, the favor you can do to me is to make sure that you patronize our vendors so that next year they will say, I sold something last year. I want to advertise it again. If you don't patronize them and you say, my friend sells it. Oh, so by the next year, because say say advert you. Support one. And I think that's please, even if anything, buy something for my supporters. I also want to especially thank Mondre Food, Poisera Nutrition, Afio Lambs, Nadro Store, the fantastic people at Falatalal. Falatalal. I want to thank Alamin's Place. Who else is also on my list? Of thank you. Uh, huh? Huh? Um, I also want to thank the fantastic team at Twin Decor for their support, mashallah. We couldn't have come this far without these people, and that's the truth. Of course, my entire team, the volunteers, and the speakers. Without them, there will be no MSCon. Mashallah, alhamdulillah, for their generosity and graciousness. So, this is my face, an outfit I really like at my favorite place. My name is Mutiak Olagoke, and I have been honored by the Almighty Allah to be the convener of this amazing initiative. And to be honest, I mean, it's a lot of people have been thanking me. Oh, thank you so much for this MSCon. Thank you for the kind of speakers you bring. And quite frankly, this year I don't know, except spending my money, my hard earned great media money. A lot of the work is thanks to the speakers themselves and my team members for curating the speakers list. Of course, as a convener, I do have a say on the final list, but I don't take credit for the awesomeness. I don't take full credit for the awesomeness that you've all been enjoying. I really just put it on my team because mashallah. Mashallah, even I'm wild as to the caliber of people we've had the honor of having, people who have honored us. And it's the dedication for me. The speakers have been amazing. They just come like how? They just come with slides. Commitment level to year you to yato kí Ọlọ́run bá mi kẹ́ gbogbo wọn lẹ́yọ kọ̀ọ̀kan. So I'm joining you from Ikeja, Lagos, and I would like to know where are you joining me from? Where are you joining us from? Before we start, I have my masterclass is titled Discovering Your Purpose Beyond Survival. Beyond Survival. Hmm. Allow Mubarak to this topic. Because in the beginning of the journey here, I didn't think this would be a survival thing for me. Doing what I do for MSCon, for Event Media, for the event business community will become a survival for me. For me, I wanted to change the country, I wanted to change the world. And it was just something romantic and flimsy I wanted to do. And quite frankly, at the start of the business, I was very fortunate to have a business partner who said, "You're so passionate and I like you. I'll sponsor this." And so I was just going to be one rich guy's wife following my passion, my purpose in life. I did not know that the road would lead here. I didn't know that the road would lead there. And it will not just become my purpose. I did, well, I don't think it will just become my purpose. It will become I didn't feel like a purpose. It was just a passion. It became a purpose when this was just a passion for me. This is what I was born to do. And the survival part came because I lost my business partner. The purpose was not purposing in the money part. But I didn't, this was not all what I thought it was going to be. My network is upside down, but I'm very happy. I have people here already, mashallah, mashallah. So where are you joining me from? Abuja is here. Mera, Lagos is here. South Africa is here. Mashallah, Ikoyi is here. Sarianati is joining us from Ikoyi. So she's at work. Don't let anybody know. Ejigbo Osun State is here. Fantastic. Ibejulek is here. Ifako. Mongo Cement is here. Shomolu. Ife. South Africa. Mashallah. I see you. I see you. Thank you. Ilorin Ahawon Temi to Wambi. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Is my network? I think I'm back. I'm trying to get an alternative I'm trying to get an alternative network. I don't know if you can hear me. Let me switch to my data network because Baba wan fẹ́ máa move mad nísìn. I'm I can't. It's not today. It's not this. Must be stable. It must be stable today because the conversation is, we need to have the conversation. It's very short. I have to close this in 30 minutes and get to some other stuff. But it's sleep. So we're talking about, okay, let me sort my, is it stable now? It doesn't look full on my laptop. So I'm not sure if it is stable. So let me just ensure that Nigeria doesn't happen to my conversation today. Can you hear me better now? You can hear now, Alhamdulillah. So for those just joining us, I'm asking you, where are you joining from? And I can see, I've not seen anybody from the UK or the Middle East. What's going on? Have they not woken up? Where are all the UK and Middle East friends of yours? So this will be a slight workshop. Slight workshop for those just joining us. I'm sure that you have checked the stuff, and please note you are free to share this link with your friends, especially those ones. You know, somebody called me last night and said, some people said, "Oh, don't go to MSCon. Those sisters." Maybe it's because they think we don't wear the full hijab. Majority of the people, more than I think about half of those people that have been invited, even the people on my own team wear the full hijab. And we've had Nicobis, but I don't think Nicobis are the level, is how we judge the level of how much sense people have or spirituality that they have. Or, I'm a teacher of Tawakul and I teach Tawakul well. I hope. I'm on my MT5G network. I hope that it will keep. I believe you can hear me well now. Can you hear me well now? The weather is here. Ibadan is here. Thank you for joining. Ondo, Akure, Abuja, fantastic. Ekiti has been here. So it's good. MSCon is everywhere. Share it with your friends across, and they should join us. I was saying that somebody told me yesterday night that when she wanted to register for MSCon, which is free by the way, like it is free. You don't, you can just register to see what they are doing there. And somebody said, uh, with this, I don't really, that she shouldn't register. She doesn't believe in those things. I don't know the full details of what the person said, but I'm sure that the long and short of it is that our sisters in really was spiritual or something. But you haven't met me, you've met my speakers in the last 3 days. These women are deep. Their connection with Allah is beyond whether they are wearing one color or two colors. And what did Allah say? The best of you are those who have taqwa, or a lot of times in the Quran it says Allah knows what is in people's heart. And when these women come to speak, of course, MSCon is designed for every Muslim. The conversations are deep. So you will have the niqabis, you will have the ones who, you will have everybody. But the goal is always that we speak from the topics from the perspective of the Quran and the Sunnah. And so if you are somebody who believes that I can only learn from people who wear my kind of hijab, okay, maybe this is not for you. But in truth, why is it not for you? The Rasul Sallallahu asked the companions to learn from the Greeks. I mean, even he gave advice based on the lifestyle of certain groups of people. For instance, a woman got pregnant in the time of the Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. A woman got pregnant while she was still breastfeeding her baby. And she went to the Rasul and says, "Ha, I just got pregnant and I'm still breastfeeding my baby. I think she was afraid that the pregnancy would, make the milk bad for the baby and vice versa." And what did the Rasul say? Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. He said that he sees the women, the Greek women in Medina, I think, or was it Makkah? I think it was Medina, that they breastfeed their children while pregnant and nothing happens to the pregnancy and the baby. That's the Prophet Sallallahu who was the best of mankind, who did Islam better than any of you, any of us. Will that he did Islam better than any of us will ever do. And he took sense from non-Muslims. He took sense. He learnt about trade from non-Muslims. He learnt about health. He asked companions to learn things from across all the way to China. Because knowledge, like he said, is the lost property of the Muslim. And sometimes Allah in His infinite mercy, He puts knowledge in different things, in different people, in different groups. And the best of you are those who have that one. Of course, this is not a by force, by fire thing. You don't have to be here. You don't have to. But it keeps shocking me all the time. And this has been my trials for the last couple of years. How people just you don't know this, you don't know us, you've never been here. And then you look at us and discourage people from coming. And that's why how I got to know that what I do is not just passion anymore, it's a life, it's a purpose. And I'm breaking into the topic. That's how I got to know that this is a purpose for me. Because Tobafi me, the way that I am tired of the small talks, and I'm asking myself, why am I doing this? This MS-Con offline that we are having like this, we are already above budget, and there's a great chance that it's money that Ebert Media has not completed. Our money goals that we are yet to achieve is going to be what we are going to use to balance it up. Why am I doing this? Why do I do this? I don't know. Every year I put myself through 7 to 10 days. Oh, I mean, what am I talking about? We started planning since October. 3 months of this. And for me, it's not even 3 months. We have bi-monthly program every 2 months. So it's an entire year of feasibility work that no one pays me for. That I put myself and my nervous system through. Why? Every year. In fact, I think I stopped asking myself. There was a particular year I sat down and I'm like, "Can the reason to feel frustrated? Why do I need this? Is it like I'm addicted to pressure?" There was a year that, the year Coca-Cola sponsored us, and an entire group of people. That was motivation. Oh God, I've seen pepper in this Islamic community, and I caught iron. I caught iron because of MS God. Why? And then the question is, why do I do this to myself? Why do I do this to myself? Well, this is a question that I'm sure I'm not the only person who will ask myself. I mean, may Allah reward me. I hope so. I think in the first, may Allah forgive me for my shortcomings, because there will come a point in every woman's journey where she realizes that her life cannot remain as an endless circle of managing and enjoying and just getting by. Your life can't just be about just going to the same work, taking the same routine. There will come a time where you will ask yourself, why? What am I doing? What's my life about? Why am I doing this? Am I doing this to just be to what? For me, the question has come from the work that I do. Like, why do tí ò bá ń ṣe nǹkan tó dé tó ní ká wá wà. Sorry for those people that don't speak Yoruba, but I don't have to say this in English. I'll try to say it in Yoruba so that my brain can listen to it and then I can translate it. Like tí ò bá ṣe nǹkan tó dé tó ní ká wá wà, èmi. Like there's some people who share criticism about me or write nonsense episode of sob and I'm like me. Hey, subhanallah. Hey. And then I'm like, why am I doing this? Why do I why have I put myself in a position where this thing, people that I'm 10 years, 12 years older than, write stuff. Like when these people tell you where they graduated from university, and I'm like, as how? You were in primary school when I was leaving university. Some of them were probably in nursery school. And hey, hmm, for you, it may be, your life has become a routine of going in circles. And you will question yourself. You will ask yourself in this season, like every season, especially the way 2025 is, life can't be just about enduring and endurance. You wake up each day managing your expectation, carrying responsibilities. Some of them are not even your business to carry. You pour from a cup that never seems to be enough. Every time you keep giving and you keep giving, you're fighting silent battles. For me, I chose to make my silence public, not because I need people to side with me. Those I go to Thomas, I need to hear myself because I can't. Silent battles, there are some silent battles that will run you mad. But there are so many silent battles that you're fighting. It feels like, for some of us, it feels like we're holding up the whole world on our shoulders. You're carrying everything in your heart and still move through life on survival mode. And that's become your normal. And this was something I told myself when I went to Umrah this year. Like, no, I'm not going to spend the rest of the year fighting back, pushing back at walls, surviving through the year. I'm going to bite back and hand it. Because Allah did not create you and I on autopilot. He didn't create us to just be managing. And your husband is like that, leave him alone. That's the life of a woman. And so you don't see any hope in sight. You don't see any meaning to everything you do because it's not getting results. Allah did not design you to cope, carry, and continue. Because that's what a number of us have been doing for over a decade. Somebody was telling me about a 25 or 26-year-old girl going through some stuff. I'm like, omo kekere. I know that in some people's world, 25 is not young, but to me, that's a whole lifetime away from me. That's an entire. When was I 25? Well, it feels like an entire. The children that they gave birth to when I was 25 are now in secondary school. Some of them are about to start writing jam. So it's a whole lifetime. So Allah did not. So when they say this person is going through that, I'm like, hey, and if she's going to live till the year, my grandmother, the youngest of my grandmother, my two grandmothers died at 96. Imagine if you are already seeing Shege at 25, 26. Minus 96 from it. Almost, you have 70 years of coping, carry, continue. Copy, carry, continue. Copy. That's what your life will be about. And then we wonder why some of our grandmothers are so winchy, winchy. Eee. I hope you can hear me. I hope you're with me. Am I making sense? There is a purpose written in your existence. And if you don't pause and understand that purpose, you are going to live that circle all your life. There's something bigger in your story, in your truth, in the reality that you are coping through that is much bigger than the pressure, deeper than the pain, deeper than that mufek bakam. And most importantly, it is beautiful than the roles you have boxed yourself in. And for women, we've been boxed into just one or two things. And I think that we are probably the most dynamic creation on earth. But we've allowed ourselves, the society have boxed us because they know that when we know our potential, some of you will leave your house. Some of you that your husband are doing your baby, you will leave him. And society thinks that it's better than that you stay living in that small circle of nothingness, taking meaning in things that are not giving you meanings, than truly waking up and ask yourself questions that Allah has asked you in the Quran. Do you not think? Do you not reflect? So let's get straight into it because I have just 20 minutes to go. Understanding survival mode. So, what survival mode? Really? Like, what survival mode? What survival mode are you in? One of the ways to understand it is that constant, it feels, how do you know if you're in survival mode? You're constantly on emotional load. There's always an emotional load you're carrying all the time and you're coping through. It feels like you're holding your breath. There's an hidden exhaustion behind it. You are exhausted, but you can't complain. Because who do you want to complain to? Is it Muti that doesn't have a child? You want to come and complain to about how your five children are always following you and you're tired. If you are an Igret girl or you are in the Igret Pearl community, of course you can come and complain to me. But me, I don't know you anywhere. Or maybe you have not paid me for any coaching. You now want to be saying, Auntie Muti, oh, no, go easy, life go easy. Ah, but the children are always dirty in the house. Me, I don't have children to dirty my house. Why are you complaining to me? I feel like a lot of people can't even talk about it because they are also afraid that people will judge them for it. Then the one that a lot of women have validated for themselves that the society, in fact, I know that some people will be watching this and saying that I told you Muti is feminist. Look at her, what she's saying. I'm not feminist. There's nothing I'm saying here that is a sin for a Muslim to think about. Most of us have been told to suppress our dreams, to keep the marriage, to keep the children, to if see for me for instance, there are dreams that I had to suppress. I wanted to be a musician at 17, 18. My dad said go for beat. So I had to suppress it. And then I found joy in writing those songs and singing it privately to my friends. Writing, I found joy in writing a book. I found joy in just expressing myself through speech. And here I am. I feel like this is my purpose. Speaking, teaching is my purpose. So sometimes there are some dreams you will suppress for something bigger and you will discover something bigger. But please excuse me. So when I say dream suppression, one or the other, that one. Suppressions of dreams. Many of us wanted to be things, but we cannot be that. There are people who dropped out of school because they fell in love with somebody who promised them they will continue. There are people who have invested their money in their partner and they were told that don't worry, when we have you will continue. There's so many ways that you suppress your dreams. You know yourself. There are people who think they shouldn't, not because anybody's stopping them, but they're like, I can't. Why? Then the tendency to shrink your voice so others can feel comfortable. I know for sure that a lot of the people who criticize me is because what I stand for, it makes them uncomfortable. The audacity, the sincerity, it makes them feel uncomfortable. And many of them have said it outrightly. Can't she? Must she always talk? Like I don't get. Why don't you block my video on Instagram? Why don't you block me? Why are you still checking Muslima Speaks poster? See, the people that when I look at their content, it annoys me small. I blocked all of them. Why can't you do the same? Why are you going to people's back to say that they should tell that Muti to stop? Why are you entering people's DM and say, do you know Muti? Please tell her to stop. Why? And this has been going on since like 10 years now. And has Muti stopped? No, because I don't have the tendency to shrink my voice. If I do, my father will call me from Ibadan to say that Kilo Shele. My father still has our program mention no data shaking God. That mean I'm fortunate to have been blessed with that kind of the kind of parents that I have. Unfortunately for many of us, not only do we not have we have mothers who have shrink their own voices, who continue to make that a value of honor for us. And then, like we said on day two, or was it day one, then there's the fear of being too much. You don't want to pursue all the things you want to pursue. You know what your purpose is because all of us know it's a compass in our chest. But you don't want to be too much, too ambitious, too honest in a world where everybody is just that. Now, here's the truth your truth is valid. And part of honoring the truth is recognizing the weight you have carried and naming the moment that shaped you. What weight are you carrying? What has it shaped in you? Are you happy Do you feel fulfilled? Does it feel like this is what who I am is pleasing to me and Allah? And I'm putting Allah there before somebody come and tell me that they want to go and become a musician and leave their 5 children. That one is not pleasing to Allah. I'm sorry, no offense. No offense to musicians. Or I want to leave my husband and follow a rich person because my life purpose is to be a rich man's wife. That's not what I said. I didn't see that. Nobody should go and quote me. I didn't say that. Please and please. What did I steal? What did you hear me say? That Lord, mommy quote me. I didn't know. Your truth is valid. And I'm asking you that where you are and what you are, what you're being, what you're coping through, what you're working on, is it pleasing to you and Allah? Because if not, if I didn't ask myself this question, because there are days when sometimes it's not even pleasing to me, it's just pleasing to Allah. And if it pleases Allah, I stick with it. Because why am I running a business community that is making me a bad person? Me that I like to be a good person. I like to be, in fact, I just realized that the reason the whole thing is paying me is that that me. Can you that your mama would be antichrist? To pay. But it's pleasing to me to know that my girls have come from businesses that were not making a lot of money 5 years ago to businesses that are zakatable today. That's pleasing to me. And that zakat part is pleasing to Allah. And that's enough for me. So I need you to search yourself and ask yourself, so how do you reclaim your story? How do you reclaim and start living the life that is, how do you, a purposeful life? Here's the truth. That your life is purposeful doesn't mean it will be easy, doesn't mean you'll be happy all the time. Happiness is what you get from food. It's not what you get from life or your husband. It's not your husband just to make you happy. Even the children, they're glad tidings, yes. But it's not all the time that every time you look at them, that sometimes you look at them, you want to bite them. But you look at them again and the Rasul Sallallahu say that may they always be the coolness of your eyes. And that's why it's such a legit prayer point. May they always be that. May you always know. Because there are some people in my family that I'm just like, if not that blood is thicker than water and killing people is a sin, we should throw some of them inside the Atlantic Ocean. Allah astagfirullah. Astagfirullah. But it is still me that would think that Magbomo Imo, Mako Sosinu Lagoon. And then it's still me that will still show up for them because it is pleasing to Allah. Because sometimes taking care of them and their fuck up is not pleasing to me. I don't want to be the one dealing with the backlash of the choices they've made with their lives. But if I don't, who will? That's the responsibility I've been given. And fulfilling that responsibility, it feels fulfilled. I feel fulfilled. And it's also pleasing to Allah. It's, and it's not only in the big things, it's also in the small things too. So for instance, the way that I like that my entire family and all of us are buying, we wear the same clothes on each day. There are some Eid that all of us will contribute money equally, and then there are a lot of Eid that I will be the one to just buy, especially the girls' clothes. The money we contribute, I use it to buy the women's clothes, and then the girls' clothes, I'll be like, okay, I'm buying it. And then one day I told myself that now that the nephews and the nieces are coming, I'm going to be in charge of buying the baby's clothes. It's just a promise I made to myself. And then there are times when the money, the burden of it is a lot for me. But after spending that money and I'm broke as I'm just so happy to see everybody wearing fine, fine clothes. It's pleasing to me. Is it pleasing to Allah? Yes, because it is tying the ties of kinship. And then there's some things I have to do for my siblings that is not pleasing to me. I just do it because the rope of Allah, the ties of kinship is the rope of Allah. I just do it if billah and it's pleasing to Allah. So I need you to use that to measure. If it's pleasing to Allah, is it pleasing to you? And then the things that are not pleasing to me, that are pleasing to Allah, I talk to Allah about it. Ease it for me. Make it pleasing for me. So because it's important that you reclaim your story. You reclaim it and be ensure that there's some things you can't throw away. There's some things you can't. It's not like you can't change them, but they're just structured. Like I can't change my mother or my brother and his eccentric, but I can change the way I react to it, the way that I look at it. I can change what I do about it. So for instance, I have someone in my family who will just call us And send me money, kilo shele. And for me, I can say no to the person. But then again, another stranger will come to me and say, help us to donate to this person now, and I'll freely donate. So I know that I would rather give my brother than just give a stranger. So, but what I did was that guy, Mark pay me any day. You're going to be calling me. I'll give you this money once a month. And the family is going to do this for you. And we're doing it weekly. And then we'll do it on Monday for we'll send it to you on Monday. And this guy started to call me on Friday. And I'm like, why are you calling me? I said Monday. Oh, that the money you want to send me on Monday, give me like 2,000 inside it. Monday. He called me on Saturday. Monday. He called me on Sunday. I told him on Sunday, if you call me again, I'm going to block you. You're collecting money on Monday. And by the time I do it two, three, four Mondays, I'm not going to get a call on Sunday because it's clear to everybody Muti has boundaries. You can only call me about this on a Monday. Do not call me any other day. I'm not going to feel guilty to send you the money on Sunday. And she won't land. Because the moment I break that, I will get another call on a Thursday. So I'm going to be, so I can't throw this person away. I can't get out of the responsibility. I don't even, I mean, I don't mind the responsibility. It doesn't seem like a lot of money. It's money that I can give to an organization, Fisabila. So why don't I just say, you know what, this is my monthly Fisabila for, this is my monthly Sadako goal, but I'll do it on my own terms. And that's what I'm saying. That there are responsibilities that you have. It doesn't go away. Taking care of four toddlers does not go away, but you can do it on your own terms. Yes, people will tell you, toddlers will tell you what they want to do. Yes, I just saw a video of a mother who told the daughter, "You are wearing two different boots," and the girl said, "No, one color is my color. This one is fitting one color. Go and change it. No, it's fitting." And say, "Okay, let's go." If they get to the party they are going, everybody's going to say, why is your daughter wearing two different boots? She will point at her and say, thank you. Look, ask her. Ask her. I tried. That's the kind of mother that I am going to be. I don't have time to pull boots, and one child is going to be the most I would do. And that's what I thought. What would I do? I'm going to make sure that I take the other boots. You know, the girl is wearing one brown boot and one pink boot because she's wearing a brown cardigan and a pink dress. In her mind, she thinks she's matching. The one pink is matching one. What I would have done is to carry those boots. The other legs, I would put them in my car. So if anyone says, so if at some point it occurred to the girl that she wants to wear one pair of shoes, I'll go and give it to her. That's the most I'll do. But that I am going to spend 30 minutes trying to drag a toddler out of the doorway because that's not it. That's not me. And that's the way that I've been living my life since I chose to live on my own terms. That's the way I live my life. Like people will say sometimes I'm too earnest, sometimes I'm too honest. I told somebody yesterday, that one of my staff, like, should I use the king? Because I don't have time to keep fitting things that don't work for me. My life is already under pressure. And what makes me able to do all the things I'm doing purposefully is because I have my own terms. Life will try to scatter it, but I'll arrange it back. So every chapter of your life, the loud ones, the quiet ones, the messy ones, has meaning. And I never waste your experience. None of it. So it is important for you to awaken it. And how, if you are saying, oh, how do I know if I'm living on purpose? It is how you feel about it. And how do you question that? Is it pleasing to you and pleasing to Allah? It's a simple question, but I know for a number of people it's not that simple. Is it pleasing to you? Maybe it's not pleasing to you. You wish to be going to, you don't want to cook. Why are you cooking 3 times daily? That's not pleasing to you. But is it pleasing to Allah that you're nourishing your family, that you are taking care of your husband, that you chose to marry this Okonje person? You are the one that saw that the brother liked food. When you came to visit your family, all the eba you put in the plate for him, he finished it. You still said yes to him. Now he's telling you want to eat 3 times daily and he's working for moon. Is it pleasing to you? No, but it's pleasing to Allah. It's pleasing to Allah. It's pleasing to Allah. Are there ways you can align? Yes. For me, I would say, guy, Well, I cannot be cooking in the afternoon when I'm in the middle of a session. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to cook breakfast and lunch at once and put it in the cooler. Master fool me. Don't come and tell me I don't eat cooler food. Ah, what if I've gone to work? If you don't eat cooler food, we're going to have a problem because I can't be in the kitchen 3 times a day. Meet me in the middle. Meet me in the middle. Some people say I can't have that conversation with my husband. I don't believe it. You just need tactics. So beyond survival, to continue to cook 3 times daily, even though it is hectic for you, taking care of kids, doing that, you living on survival. And when you're doing that, that is frustrating. You will not be able to really look at it and find things that are purposeful for you. Okay, so how would you be able to do this? Number one, how do you find your purpose beyond this? It's easy. It's the same question we tell you in self discovery every year. Number one is to identify your unique gifts. What are the things you do well? All of us have it. For me, for some of us, it doesn't look like a gift because it's normal thing we are good at. Me, it's talk. Ah, you can already tell, but you can already tell. You can already tell that Bobo talent me doing. Oh, that's my talent. That's my talent. I don't have any talent, Kaka. It's my unique gift. That's how to find out. So how do I know that all these people that are calling me feminists, they're just wasting their time? I'm not going to give up because it's my life purpose. It aligns with my talent. The talent, Kaka. I cannot play it to do calabar on my head. Is a struggle. So if you don't tell me that this is a feminist, you should stop coaching women. What will I now do? What will I do? What do you think I will do? I don't have anything to do. I have no talent. I can talk. Ah, give me any topic. This topic like this. I just Google the topic there and I'm talking and everything is looking like themselves. You that say is it head I know how to play. I can cook, oh, but that one I will become a robot on that one. But identify your unique talent. All of us have it. And for me, I believe that our unique gifts are actually resources that Allah will ask us for. Just like Allah will ask you on each child you are raising. He will ask you, sure you are living in poverty, you are unhappy, your iman is struggling, your tawakkul is low, and then they say kilo shell and you say that it's because you are not fulfilled, you don't have any fulfillment. But Allah gave you talent. So he will ask you, it's a resource he will ask you about. The next one is to understand your natural strengths. Again, my own is talk. I am your mama, yeah. I can't talk. In fact, the way that my mother used to know that I am not well is the way I talk. When I'm not well, I will talk louder. What's your own? What are your strengths? So besides, also my natural gift is actually I have a way with words. Whether I'm writing it or I'm speaking it, that's my. I just have a way with words. I'm also blessed to have had parents who were readers, and so I am a reader. I'm an avid reader, and there's just something about words that is easy for me, right? Alhamdulillah. And that's why I would say, don't call me. Just send me the text. Once I look at it, owe me pay mine. One of my natural talents, strengths is I'm also good with people. My smile is quick, and that's good. I have great interpersonal skills. And so when you look at the job that I do and why it is so aligned with my purpose, you will find that it's a mix of my gift, which is talking and having a way with words, my people skills. I'm very good with people. I can be I have a centric get now and then, but I'm good with people. I have a way to my strength is just the strength that I have. So identify what your strengths are. And will I, even if you have been a homemaker, a housewife, if you can if you can mix it with your strength, will lie, you will find it more purposeful. You will find that you do it, you wake up in a more, in a more vibrant, purposeful way. And then another one is to recognize passion that align with your values. You see what I said? Passions that align with your values. Don't come and say you want to go and be musician when you are a full hijabi. It is a passion to sing, but singing in public with drums and all, is it aligning with your Islamic values? No. So leave it alone. I did not say identify your passion. Somebody, why passion me is song. As I am like this, I'm always 2 minutes away from singing. Not that my voice is fantastic, oh, but I shall like to sing. Passion that align. Another thing that helps you to discover your purpose is see how your personal experience serves others. Your personal experiences, when you share it or you sit with people, how does it serve others? That's also a purposeful thing. You don't have to be an entrepreneur to truly live a life that is purposeful. You can literally talk about work. You can, the way that you are at work, the way you mentor the younger people at work, the way people come to you to say, Mrs. Rihanna, how is this, and you are able to look at it because you've had experience in it. You are able to guide them and give them value. Now, in that may be your purpose. So, purpose is not usually about talent and skills. Sometimes it is the life you've lived. You've been a mother, you've had 6 children. All of them used to be under the age of 10, and now all your children are, some are getting married, all of them are in the university, and you're looking for something to do. And then there's a neighbor who has 3 children under the age of 7. The way that you are able to guide her and make her life easier, you can find a purpose in that. Don't let us complicate living purposefully. I think that a lot of times we like to think it has to be something barbara like prophethood. It doesn't have to be. And then lastly, connect it back to Allah. Again, is it pleasing to you? And is it pleasing to Allah? Purpose is not invented, it is discovered. It already exists. Allah created us with purpose. He had a purpose for creating us. He gave us a purpose. You know how they say that the pen has been lifted and everything, all our risk and everything is already in the book? We already have it in us. So whether it is in the gift that is in you, or it is in the strength, the things that are easy for you, or it is in the things you love to do that are aligning with your Islamic values, or the stories that you carry, the experiences that you have, in all of these, you can sit down and discover and realign your life to purpose, even despite the shege you're going through. Am I going through my biggest life trials right now? Yes. Am I still convening and hosting MSCon? Yes. I am not a believer in how some people are going through shege. They want to finish going through that shege before they do bigger stuff. Shege never ends, so life will continue to it will never end. The good thing about realigning your life to be more purposeful is that the kind of shege you will have will be aligned to that thing. But you see, if you want to sit down to overcome one shege before you start doing big stuff, oh, needy day, you will not end up doing anything. Your whole life will be about that one shege. So, of course, this is not a class. There's so many things to talk about. So, but I will leave you with living with intention and faith. How do you do that? You need to be able to live with intention and faith. You actually need to have clarity of what you're going through, how it's holding you back, what you need to be doing, clarity of the gifts, the strengths, the values, and what are the things that are disrupting that. And please, nobody should enter my DM and come and say, I would have been living a purposeful life if my husband is not your husband that is responsible for the way your life is. You can take charge. You can take charge. Your husband can still marry Umu Abida, and the pepper that is showing you, they have not born the husband that will show Umu Abida that same pepper. You know why? Perhaps your husband is like that because you are like the way you are. Your children are the way they are because you are like the way you are. The moment you take care of yourself, and I'm not even saying that your husband is a bad person. So it may even be that you are the bad person. And that's something that we don't like to say to ourselves as women. Maybe you are the bad person and your husband is just being reactive. Where you gonna want you die? And you are complaining to everybody, my husband is not good. But maybe you are the ungrateful one that the man keep trying and keep trying and keep trying, and you are refusing to. That's a different conversation entirely. I know people who are so like they don't have a bad husband, but they are in a bad marriage because they have a bad attitude to life. They are always looking for they are they are so traumatized with their past that they keep looking for things to go wrong in their life. And what do you think happens? Of course, things continue to go wrong. So you need to have clarity of, I mean, it's not a game of good versus bad, but you need to sit down and really put your life in perspective. And that's something that the people who have taken our Blossom to Awesomeness course will tell you, that not a lot of things changed in their lives, but they changed and their life changed. That's what clarity does, because it also brings you into consciousness. There's some things you keep doing that you don't even know is a bad thing until somebody says it to you. And then some of us are not courageous. You also need courage to live a life of purpose and faith. You are not courageous. You are afraid. What if it doesn't work? Tẹ́ ẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ ṣe náà, tí ò bá work, kò work náà nù. But you are in, for everything you should do better. You are in the what if stage. And then the I think the last one, the last two are the same: surrender and trust in Allah. If it doesn't work, then trust Allah. Surrender to what Allah is trying to teach you. If I'm supposed to go by what the shege that I've gone through this year, or the things I'm still waiting for Allah to give to me, I won't even be coming out. In fact, some people believe that, why is she always shining her face? Somebody that should go and stay somewhere and be covering her face. That's what some people believe I should be, just because I don't have a child on the brink of 40. I don't understand why. That's it, why? Why? That's what people think. But me, I have surrendered to Allah. I've surrendered them and everything to Allah. And what do I do in return? I live my life for purpose. Until you're not even thinking about it. I am thinking about it, but I still live my life. I woke up with a Jude about it, but I'm still living my life. That's it. Just surrender in tawakkul, in acceptance. It doesn't take away the fact that, maybe when we surrender, it won't happen. No, that's what Allah wants you to do. Is it easy to surrender? No, but trust Allah. Trust Allah. Stop trying to keep surviving. How long do you want to survive? Instead, start living your life in direction. Even if you still carry the same body, when you stop surviving and you start arranging your life towards purpose and aligning everything to please you or please Allah or both, Allah, you will find some peace. You will stop waiting to excel and you will truly take deep breath through it. It won't be easy, but it's definitely better than the life you're living now. It's definitely better. It's definitely better. I have to wrap this up. We started late, so I couldn't go as deep as I wish. But yes, I'm trying to see if I've missed out anything I'm supposed to give you. Survival mode. To continue to live your life on survival mode tells you to shrink, to flip all of what you are surviving and aligning it to a purpose is you rising above it. Don't just wake up and prepare your children to clinical. Take a deep breath and, like, what kind of kids do I want? How do I want just packing rice every day? It's as simple as deciding that no, I'm not going to raise children who will just eat rice every day. I'm going to sit down and write a timetable and feed my children with healthy meals that will make their skin shine. We don't have money. See this 10,000 naira that we are using to buy kidney every week. I'm going to use most of it for vegetables and buy the fish that I can clean and cook it, so that we're eating foods that taste good and not just make you omiobe. That's is purposefulness is as simple as that. Flipping survival from survival is you just going to market to go and buy the ata. You are making sure you're buying the cheapest pepper, the one that's rotting. You will not buy fresh pepper because how would you want you can still take that same money, buy the freshest pepper you can afford. When I used to live in Sule, one woman, she used to eat a lot of egusi white because she said that egusi can eat. You can use egusi for rice, for this, for that. So it's egusi that she cooks most times. You know that, okay, what this morning I will make sure I cook a big pot of soup. What's the cheapest vegetable here? Ugu. I will buy plenty ugu, mix it with egusi, and then I'll do omiobe. Instead of just doing omiobe, pouring everything together. Is the same ingredient that you will use to put the ororo, then put the onions, and let it stir fry a bit before you pour it. It's the same ingredient though, but you are going through a lot, so you just pour everything together. Your soup is now tasting like puss. Not soup. Opposite of soup is what? Puss. Astagfirullah. That sounds raw. It is in your mind. Living intentionally in the same situation is in your mind. Sit down and ask yourself, how can I do this better? How can I live this better? What's part of my strengths and my passion can I put into this to make it more pleasing to me and even much more pleasing to Allah? Rather than just going with the flow. You can't live your life going with the flow. You can't live your life going with the flow. You will wilt away. You will lose your iman. If you think I'm a Muslim, at the end of the day, you will lose that faith that you're using to manage. So let me leave with this. You're allowed to dream. Even in your shege, you're allowed to grow. Despite your shege. In fact, the point of your shege is so that you can grow. It can point you to where to grow. You're allowed to evolve beyond what people remember you to be. To remain like this. People have met me to say, Sister Mutiat, Mutiat, you were very shy in the university. And I'm like, I wasn't shy. I just didn't like the university. I was never a shy person. Everything was just annoying me. But wait, am I supposed to remain like that my whole life? No. And there are people who don't believe that this is who I am today. I'm sorry. And if I wake up tomorrow and I say I don't want to be this anymore, I am allowed to. I'm allowed to. That's part of the gift, the dynamic of being the human being that we are. You are allowed to evolve beyond what people remember you to be. You're allowed to change your mind. You're allowed to find your peace. You're allowed to rewrite your narrative. Nobody's going to write it for you. MS Phone will not write for you. You're the one who will decide to do it. I saw a verse of the Quran from, I think, Surah to the part of the Quran about divorce. And the person was saying that the way people talk about divorce as if it's such a tragic thing. Well, in a way it is. But Allah in His infinite mercy said that they should try to make it work. And then He said, if you can't make it work and they both decide to go their own way, Allah will has promised them goodness and mercy. So why are you living in Ajib? Where and I'm using divorce as an example because it feels like that's the biggest sin you can create in our society now, right? Well, astagfirullah. There are other things you could do wrong, but I think a lot of divorced people just get it too. But Allah promised them, Kimi, it's the society that did not read that part of the Quran. I leave you with the fact that whatever you do, remember that Allah said in Surah Al-Dhariyat, verse 56, that I did not create jinn and mankind except to worship me. So whatever purpose, fullness you want to put into your life, it must be pleasing to Allah. It must be pleasing to Allah. I hope that this conversation has empowered you with some sense of who you should be or who you are. I hope it has given you an understanding of finding something to drive you so that you are not living on survivor alone. I hope you've had some clarity and I hope you will take time to build a spiritual connection with your purpose and commitment so that you can stop surviving and start living with the small resources you have. So help you God. Thank you so much for your time. I believe my time is up and the next speaker is here. Yeah, she's here, mashallah. Thank you so much for your time. Somebody said that song. There's no time to sing. We sing song. This link is public. I cannot sing song outside. Thank you so much, Sister Rokiba Bashir, for sharing the highlight of my conversation. Yeah, accept it. Angel Z is even dancing for you, even though there's no song. And it's in their song that she's dancing. Maybe she will come and sing. Our own link will be private, so she will sing for you. I've handed her the mantle to sing for you. Okay, that's all from me. I hope you found it useful. Thank you so much for your time. Have a fantastic day for and I accept this from us. Forgive my shortcomings. And don't let all those people that used to carry rumors about me come and lie about what I did not see. Me. Have a nice day. Assalamualaikum.